and welcome to the first video of Bassooning-101. As mentioned in the document, I already went over all of the places where your fingers should go. It's just in this video there's going to be more in-depth stuff, so like what key does what and what the keys are called. So if you don't feel like you need it, you can go ahead and skip by, but it's really interesting, so hope you stay and it's very helpful. Although I will say there will be some things in this video that you might not understand, so like if I reference certain keys or certain terms, don't worry, all of those terms and keys will come up later in the document, and you can always use this video as a reference guide in the future. So to start things off, as already mentioned in the document, this is where all of your left keys will be for your left hand on this upper part of the bassoon. So right here is all of the keys for your left thumb. This key right here, let me bring it closer so you can see it. This key right here is called the whisper key, and this is where your left thumb will be hovering most of the time because you use that one the most. And then this key right here is only used for like the D flat key along with this one, D flat, C sharp. And then this one right here is called the A flick key. Flicking is a technique that you will learn later in the book. This is for A, this is for B and C and B flat, and then this one is for D. Now, not all bassoons have this high D key, and that's okay. You don't necessarily need it, it's just there for helpfulness. And then all of these keys on this side right here are for the lower octave, like low B flat and low C. Going down, this is where your right hand thumb will be using these keys. So for example, this is the banana or the B flat key. It's similar to the whisper key in which you want your right thumb to be on this key or hovering over this key most of the time because you will use that one the most. And then this one is called the pancake key. It's used along with these ones for all of the low notes. And then these two right here are mostly used for things like A sharp, G flat, and that's what you'll use those two for. Going over to this side, your fingers go on like this, the pointer, the middle, the ring, and then the pinkies. This first hole for the pointer finger, you will sometimes need to half hole it or do a whole hole on it. So the half hole will look something like this. You're literally just doing a half hole. It might be different amounts of half hole on different bassoons, so just play around with it, see what works on yours. You will know if it works because when you play a G, it requires a half hole, and it will crack if there's not enough half hole on it. Same thing for other notes that need half holes, and same thing for notes that need a whole coverage. If you do a little bit, it'll crack. And then these two keys are used for lower notes that you'll get into later. These two right here, you won't really use a lot. I've never used this one, I'm in college. This one is for a certain trill fingering, of which we won't get into because it's kind of advanced. And then down here is where your pointer, middle, ring, and pinky will go. These two pinky keys right here for your right hand have the same function as these keys for your right thumb. This one would be F sharp and this one would be like G flat for these ones. So same exact thing, just you have the option of doing your pinky or your thumb. And then these ones are really easy. You just hole, hole. You always use the bigger one. I've never used the smaller one of the two, so don't worry about that one, so it's always going to be this one. Your bassoon might not have this, and if it does, it's the same thing as the one from up here. It's just a trill fingering, so you won't really use it. And that pretty much covers all of the keys on this bassoon. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you got a lot more information from it.